So we talked a little bit about how you can be an active investor with fixes and flips, and there's also other ways that we'll talk about as well. You can be an active investor, but you can also be a passive investor. Say you don't have a lot of time, or you just don't want to deal with all the contractors and the supplies and all that stuff. You can be what's called a passive investor, and you can be a buy and hold investor. So you buy houses, buy apartment buildings, duplexes, multifamily homes, and you hold them. So pretty much you hold them, you put renters in them, and you just collect that check every single month when rent is due. So that is definitely another way of real estate investing. And so we'll talk a little bit about how you do that. So with passive, just like you are with your fix and flips, you're going to find a house. Of course, you want to find a good deal because you don't want to pay full price, because who does not love a good deal? So we're going to find a good house. Use your realtor, use your wholesalers. You can get these properties by purchasing from auction. You can get them, from friends and family, word of mouth. However you get the property, just get the property at a decent price. And how are you going to know it's at a decent price? So with buy and hold properties, you're going to look at the rental income that you're going to be able to get from this property. So this is whether it's a single unit, so a house, or whether it's a duplex or a 4-unit apartment, like whatever it is, you're going to look at the rent. So how you get the rent is you go to HUDuser.gov and you select your state. You go to fair market rents for 2024. You select your state, and then you put in the zip code that this property is located. So it'll tell you how much rent you can get for an efficiency, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, maybe 4-bedroom. So if it's a duplex, like it's 2 bedrooms on each side, you're going to take that 2-bedroom amount. Let's say it's $1,000, and for a 2-bedroom household, so then you're going to multiply it by 2. So your total rental income is going to be $2,000 that you can get from the renter. Now that's not your final amount because you need to add in some other expenses, but $2,000 is what you're going to get from your rent. So if you're getting $2,000 from your tenants, $1,000 from each side of your duplex, then you are going to see how much the house is priced for. So then what comes into play is what's called the 100 times rule. So you take that rent of $2,000, times it by 100, and that is the maximum amount that you should pay for that property. So we have the $2,000 because we're getting $1,000 from each side of the duplex. Multiply that by 100, gives you $200,000. So if this property is listed for $340,000, that's just a quick rule of thumb. Most likely that rent is not going to cover your bills and expenses for this property. So say the duplex is you're getting the $2,000 from your renters, but it's listed for $195, then it can possibly work. So you want to further go into your numbers, but just want to start out with that 100 times rule, because that 100 times rule shows you just real quick if this would be a potential, like if it would cash flow for you. So this is how you find that out. 100 times the amount of rent should be equal or less than how much the house is listed for. That is your 100 times rule, and I'll show you a couple other things too to help you determine if your buy and hold property is going to be worth even getting into. So stay tuned for that.